I'm making these shells very similar to how I made the peanut butter chocolate eggs last week. So I just melted down some dark chocolate melting wafers, and then I am dumping it out to make sure that the shell is nice and thin. And then we're scraping the top just to kind of clean it up a little bit. Okay, and we're gonna set this to the side while we work on getting our cookies started. Okay. I got a piece of parchment paper here, and I'm going to pop some vanilla melt into the microwave. In the meantime, we're gonna get our cookies out of our package. And of course, since it's birthday cookie pops, I'm using birthday cake flavored Oreos. But I haven't actually tried these yet. I'm quite excited because they look kind of fun. Okay, how many do I need? Okay, so I need about 14 cookies. They smell pretty good. But I am trying these today for Tasty Tuesday, so make sure to look out for that later. 15, perfect. Okay. Okie dokie. So we're gonna check on our melts. We might have to melt them for a little bit longer. It appears we do. Yeah. The middle is just starting to melt, but we still have a little ways to go. Okay. So we got our cookies, they're right over here. And then I'm also grabbing, you can do lollipop sticks, but I'm using just these nice simple popsicle sticks. You could also find some really pretty glittery ones, but I like that these ones are a little bit thinner than those kind of plastic reusable acrylic ones. So I'm pretty sure they're acrylic, but that's what I'm using today. Okay, giving it another mix. You can tell it's kind of getting there, but there's still definitely little pieces that are not quite getting mixed in or melting fully. So we're gonna pop this in the microwave for another 15 to 20 seconds and check it again. Okay, and I'm gonna pop my little happy birthday chocolate thingy in the freezer really quick so it can set a little bit faster. And grabbing our vanilla melting wafers once again. Okay, it's mostly melted. There's still little pieces, but we don't actually need them to be fully melted just yet. We're going to dip the popsicle sticks in them and attach our cookies. You don't need a ton. We just want it to stick a little bit better on the cookie itself. Just like that. And then I had some chocolate on my hand. I can just kind of clean up that part a little bit. Just like that. And that's what we're doing for all of the cookies. And again, we're doing this so that the cookies will stick better on the popsicle, on the lollipops. I'm using popsicle stick. Better on whatever stick we're using. We don't want it to slide off when we're dipping it. I've actually had that happen before and it's not fun. I hope your day is going well. As always, if you have any questions or anything while I'm doing this live, feel free to pop in the chat and ask them. Make sure it's in the center. Hello, how are you? I think we're about halfway through. I'm awesome, love your video. Oh, thank you so much. And thanks for popping in on the live today. We're doing the live today because on Friday it is my birthday. And I'm not sure what I'm doing yet, but I am trying to figure that out. But I wanted to make sure that we did something fun for a live this week. Yum. Yes, I'm excited. These are birthday cake flavored Oreos, so I'm really excited to try them today. Almost done. Don't want to go too far, else you're going to start to push the cream out the other end. So watch out for that. Love your voice. Oh, thank you so much. You're so sweet. Okay, getting close. Thanks for popping in the chat too. I really appreciate when you guys like to talk and ask questions and do all that kind of fun stuff. One more. Okay. Looks like we're good. We're done with all of our cookies. And we're going to need to grab a tray and we're gonna stick those in the fridge to make them set a little bit faster. Let me grab a piece of parchment paper. And just gonna pop them on this tray, and then we're going to work on our cool little chocolate toppers that I started right before the live. Just a few more. Yeah. Haha, I made them fit. Okay. Be right back. Okie doke. So now we have, I think I'm just going to use the same piece of parchment paper, but just clean off a little bit of candy melt here. Okay, I'm going to grab my chocolate mold. Okay, so here is our chocolate mold, and I think the sides are a little bit thin, so but I think I can make it work. At least I hope. Because I'm going to fill this. I decided that something yummy would be some cookie butter for a filling. So I stuck some cookie butter in a piping bag, and then we're just going to pipe it right into each little well of this, and then we're going to top it with a little bit of chocolate. And then, let me make sure I'm caught up on the chat. So happy to be able to talk to you. Thank you so much. So cute. Yes, I don't think I showed you guys the front yet. Yeah, a little bit of chocolate got on the bottom, but these are basically like a birthday balloon mold. I just thought it was so cute, and I finally, after staring at it multiple times and going to Joann's, I broke down and got it eventually. So we're just gonna just pipe right in there, but we want room on the back to be able to make sure that we have enough room for chocolate. There's a little fiber from my drying towel. Right in there, again, leaving plenty of room for chocolate on the back. Sometimes I like to overfill, but I don't want to overfill these ones. I'm just going to fill up all of them. And if you have any questions, pop it in the chat, or just want to say hi. I'm cool with that too. And we're also using, I don't think I mentioned enough, amazing. Thank you. Oh, isn't cookie butter so good? Cookie butter and chocolate. It's always delicious. Getting into our numbers down here, but I'm gonna make them for funsies. Okay, almost done. Perfect. Oh, no, I missed two. Okay, so I think I want to pop this in the freezer just for a couple seconds while we're remelting the chocolate. I'm gonna do that really quick. Just to kind of set the tops of them a little bit so that it'll be less likelihood that it'll start to melt and blend with the chocolate. And off camera over here, I have the excess chocolate that I poured out of the molds, and it already set on the parchment paper. I'm just breaking into chunks so I can remelt it. See, just like that. All right, we're starting with 30 seconds as usual. I keep getting chocolate on my hands, which is such a delicious problem to have. And let me check the chat, make sure we're caught up. Hello from Puerto Rico. Oh, hi. Hello from Puerto Rico. That's exciting. It's nighttime in India right now. Oh yeah, you guys are like really far ahead. It's 10 a.m. or just after 10 a.m. for me right now. Okay, getting a little stir. A few little pieces, so we're gonna do another 15 seconds, and I'm gonna get the mold out of the freezer. That's really cool. Oh, thank you. Okay. Let me get my chocolate. Okay. Hello from North Mississippi. Hello. Hello from California. Okay. And then if there's a couple little spots that are kind of like poking up right there, I'm just going to try and smooth them out just a little bit. I'm not using any gloves or anything because this is for myself and my family. Okay. Then we're going to kind of, I think, spoon them into a little bit of each well. I was going to pour it over the top, but I think this is going to work out a little bit better. But it did come from the freezer, so we do need to work a little bit quickly. So I think I'm going to do a few of the numbers and letters at a time. And then we're going to tap it to release some air bubbles. Just lightly tapping. And grabbing our offset spatula. Here, I'm going to scrape this kind of back into the bowl over here. Okay, we'll be able to break off kind of little excess pieces if we need to. I think I saw a thing pop out for the chat. You're so creative. Oh, thank you so much. I've always loved doing kind of crafty things, and I guess the kind of craftiness of making cute little desserts kind of just came naturally. The problem is sometimes I have too many ideas and not enough time in the day. Okay, once again, little tap, tap, tap. And swipe it back into the bowl. And actually got a little bit, swiped a little bit too much. Let's do just a little bit right there. And a little bit more. Like I said, this sets pretty quickly because we did have it in the freezer for a little while. A little bit light tapping and offset spatula again. Okay, and one more time. Okay. Trying to clean up my hands as I go so I don't get chocolate everywhere. Because I had that happen one time where I was like doing stuff and thought I was cleaning up nicely all along the way, and then all of a sudden there was just this little spot of chocolate that made its way onto the microwave handle. I thought I was being so careful. A bit more on that one. Okay, those look pretty good. Like I said, we can kind of clean up, break off the little excess pieces. We're gonna pop that in the freezer to completely set while we're working on the rest of the cookie pops. Okay, I'm gonna set our chocolate to the side. We shouldn't need this anymore. Let's give this a little wipey do. To get the chocolate off. Well, actually, these are melting wafers technically, but they're dark chocolate flavor, so. And it looks like our candy melts are slightly gonna thickening up a little bit, so we're gonna pop this in the microwave. Let's do 20 seconds to start and see how it is. Okay, and then we have all of our lovely cookie pops. This one like that. Make sure I have enough space for all of them. I think I want my candy melts to go over here so you guys can see the dipping. I think that should work. Okay, let's check on our melts. Why are there little pieces that do not want to melt this time? Maybe if I stir even more vigorously. Maybe apply just a little bit more heat. Let's go another 15 seconds. And that might help it. Okay. Ooh. And I have these cute little itty bitty nonpareils that I'll be adding to the tops of the cookie pops after we dip them. Okay, let's see if they want to actually cooperate. It's looking a little bit better. Oh, a little cookie piece got in there. Okay, a little bit of bubbles going on here, but I think everything looks like it's pretty much melted now. which is perfect. Okay. So now we just simply dip our cookie pops. And let me double check yeah, it's a pretty good consistency. We don't have to add any oil to it. I'm just gonna dip them straight in. There's little air bubbles, you can kind of pop them. And then I like to have it kind of laying flat and then tapping it on the side like this, and then we can just scrape our little excess off. Like that, and that has air bubble, but because I'm gonna add sprinkles to the top, it's probably gonna cover that up. Once again, tap, tap, tap. Because we have a bunch, it's a little bit repetitive, but let me get a little tool here to pop that bubble. Okay, and then after about 2 or 3, we're gonna take our little itty bitty nonpareils and just sprinkle them right over the top. Because with birthday cake, it's always kind of rainbow and vanilla kind of colors and flavors going on. And because we're gonna put the little balloons on top, I'm not gonna worry as much about the centers. I wanna make sure that the colors kind of are more seen on the outside. Tapping again. I'm getting a little bit of cookie pieces in here, but that's okay. That's why sometimes if you've seen me make other cookie pops before, I will opt to actually do like a double layer, but we're just gonna stick with 1 layer today. Sprinkle time. Okay, as always, any questions while I'm doing this, feel free to ask. I can kind of multitask here and look at questions at the same time as dip in the cookie pops. I'm actually really excited. Like right before this, I saw that they dropped the teaser trailer for the Marvels coming out in November. And it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Do you guys watch any kind of Marvel or superhero stuff? I personally am a big fan of the genre. It looks like my candy melts are kind of thickening up a little bit, so I think I'm gonna remelt in just a second when I'm done with this one. And I might need to pop a few more melts in here actually. Just a reminder, it's the Ghirardelli white vanilla melting wafers that I'm using today. And that I actually use for a bunch of my projects. Okay. Okie doke. And then we're gonna add sprinkles to the ones that are right over here off camera before they set. Check the chat, make sure we are caught up. We're still good. Okay. Grab our melts. There's my spoon. There's the spoon. Because we added some more, we are going to have to melt these more. Okay. Another 20 to 30 seconds. I'll take a sip of water in the meantime. Ugh, I have those really bad seasonal allergies that make my throat scratchy if I don't drink a bunch of water. Okay. So we have 2, 4, 6, 7 more to go. I think I should have enough sprinkles. These were actually leftover sprinkles if you saw the Peeps milkshake. These were left over from the sprinkles that they included. I feel like it was the perfect color combo rainbow stuff to include. Okay, let's see how we're doing. Beautiful. I think it might be ready. And they kind of have a good consistency. Perfect. Okay, a few more to go. Okay, let's do a couple more here and then sprinkle again. Oh, there's a couple bubble, I can't talk, bubbles, so I'm going to pop those. Add a little bit more melts to make sure it, nope, completely closed. Okay. Let's do one more and sprinkle again. And sprinkle. Starting to run low on these little sprinkles here. I think that should work. Hoping I have enough left. I thought I had a little bit more than that, but there's a little packet that they included with the milkshake. There's a little sprinkle that made its way in here. Okay. 2 more to go. And then also make sure to kind of wipe that stuff off. You might be able to break it off after it sets, but it's a little bit more difficult. Okay, our last one. Okay, and sprinkle. Guess I'm kind of focusing around the perimeter because we're going to see more of those sprinkles than the centers. Looks like I might have just enough. Come here. Okay. There we go. Okay, I feel like we're good on that. Oops. Oh, I have a few more pearls left, and these things love to bounce everywhere, so be careful of that. I'm gonna set my melts to the side right now, and then let's see. I want to be able to set these things. Okay, so I have a tray that I'm grabbing so I can move these out of the way while they're setting. I'm going to put them over here. Okay, and we're going to go grab our toppers. We're going to finish those up while our cookie pops set. I'm going to move these little sprinkles over here. Okay, that should have been plenty of time for these to get nice and set. So as always with doing the silicone molds, I always gently separate them from the sides and then kind of pop them out. So let's start with a slightly easier shape like this A to kind of practice. Like I said, this is a new mold, so it's my first time using it, but I'm very excited. I'm kind of also going to do the ones around it as well, just in case. This mold, sometimes it's, you can easily break the other ones around it. Okay, let's try this one first. You can do it. Come on. Oh, yay, it's so cute. It's a cute little balloon. So excited. Like I said, I was eyeing this mold for so long. There's something about how it looks like those big old cellophane, I don't know if that's the right type of material, but those like crinkly giant balloons. They're looking really good. And I can just wipe off that little bit of chocolate that I got on there from my fingers. And again, if you want to pop in the chat, and I don't know, if you don't have a question, let me know how your day's going. Let me know what kind of stuff you'd like to see. I always would love to know that. I did post my most recent tie-dye cake a couple days ago for Easter. It's a fun spring tie-dye cake. Come on. Ones like these where it has, you know, kind of thin spots are a little bit tricky sometimes, but luckily this one's coming out quite nicely. Yay, so good. Very good so far. The H is one of my concerns because this one can be a bit tricky. Okay, you can do it, come on. You can do it, H. Ha! Sorry, I just have to talk to it to get it to come out. Okay, continuing with the B, which is a nice, thick, solid letter. So I wasn't as concerned about that one. And again, we can just kind of break off that little excess bit right there. You can do it. Come out quite nicely now. Let's skip over here for a sec because, as I mentioned, the H is one of my concerned letters that I'm not sure will come out as nicely. Oh, come on. E. Guys, I'm so excited. I've been waiting to use this mold precisely for this purpose. Okay, there's the pesky H coming back around. You can do it, you can do it. Yes, that one was a little bit easier. Okay, and then I think I just made enough to do happy birthday with the exclamation plus a little bonus cookie pop. But the numbers are obviously perfect for doing whatever year it is for your birthday. See? So I think I might pop these back in the freezer just so that I can pop these out later. Yeah, let's do that. Oh my goodness. Got little chocolate pieces all over the place. Okay. Let's take this one away. Don't want to get any chocolate on the ground. Okay, so for these, the reason I decided to do the chocolate instead of doing the white mixed with the color or whatever. I just wanted to do the chocolate because it seems like that takes on some of the like kind of edible glitter luster dust type stuff a little bit better. Like when I did the gold, it really made the gold pop, whereas the white, it just kind of is a little bit more dull, I guess. I'm not sure if that's the right description for it, but just didn't pop in the same way. So I'm going to spread these out a little bit. And I have a food brush. And I just got this in. I thought about doing gold, but I really like rose gold because it has that really gorgeous kind of pinky, metallic-y kind of color. So I got some rose gold and an edible or a food brush. So we're gonna spread some of this edible metallic rose gold over the top of it. Just gonna dip it in, kind of tap off some of the excess, and then we're just gonna go right over. Kind of going around the sides. These would also be really cute for like cupcake toppers. Just see how much like pops really, really well. I love it. Just be careful when you put your finger on the top of it because it might start to take some of it off. Gorgeous. What do you guys think? I think it looks really cool. I don't even know if the light is doing it justice right now. Because it has that perfect kind of metallic, you know, birthday balloon kind of look to it. I'm going to start by doing this side because you're not going to see that as much. I'm so excited. These are turning out exactly like how I wanted. Check the chat, make sure I haven't missed anybody's questions or comments. Okay. Again, some of this is a little bit tedious, but you can see how pretty it looks. And it's especially going to be really pretty as a set. And like I said, on cupcake toppers or the cookie pops like what we're doing here. It's going to be so cute. I don't think I mentioned it. I got this, I used some gold of the same brand. I think for a live way back in, I want to say like late August or somewhere way back when. around the time I first started doing lives, and we were making some cookie pops around that time, and I did the gold, and that's when I realized how much the gold pops on chocolate and not on the vanilla melts. And so I actually saw that the same brand had this rose gold, and I got really excited. I was like, that's absolutely the perfect thing I need. Almost done. All right, we just have happy left. Okay, just a couple more to go. And make sure once again that we're caught up in the chat. And yes, we are. And we're almost done. Okay, cool. And last one. Whoops. I had to flip. Okay, now I can wash my hands. That's covered in chocolate and glitter. What's nice is it comes off really easily. It doesn't dye my hands. I was kind of worried because, you know, sometimes pink things or red or stuff like that can really easily dye your hands, and I don't want that. Okay, so we're gonna kind of shove these over to the side, and then we're going to grab our cookie pops again. looks like, ooh, all of them look like they're set, which is awesome. And you of course could pop these on there while the pop our toppers on while these are still setting, but I wanted to let them set first. Okay. So it looks like I have an extra one. This one has a bit of pooling around the side more than I want, so I think this is the one I'm not going to include at the moment. Okay. So let's check. Are you still melty? Yes, they're melty enough where it's gonna work. Let's grab another food brush and we're going to use our melts to attach our toppers. Let's see, I'm gonna try the bee first because I know it's gonna be easier. So let's do this one for the bee. Candy melts right in the center. I wanna make sure I don't go too far or else it's gonna be bigger than the letter. Pop it on just like that. I'm trying not to touch the top because like I said, it kind of sometimes removes some of that glitter. Oop. I think it's going to take a second to set, so we'll work on the other ones. Let's see, for the eye, I need to be a literally really thin little line right here. Right in the center. Okay, and the R is a little bit up right there for the bulk of it. You're almost kind of making this shape a little bit of the letters. Just right in the center. Awesome. Guys, I'm so excited with how this is turning out. What do you guys think? Pop in the chat. I love the way that like the rainbow pops on the white, and then I think that these just add a really cool little element. With the rose gold especially, being kind of a more unique color. Pardon me. Oh my goodness. So cute. Thank you so much. And thanks for hopping in the chat. I appreciate it. Okay, we're just continuing over here with our DAY. So you're not going to see it for a sec. But the reason I keep adding the letters as soon as I add the candy melts is because I don't want those to start to set while I'm adding more candy melts to another cookie, because then it's just going to be like this little kind of candy melt lump, and I want to avoid that. And same thing with the Y, just like the T, because it's thin lines, I'm kind of making the shape of the Y, and then with the candy melts and then popping it on. Okay, and then we're gonna come back over here. Super cool idea. Thank you so much. And like I said, you could actually, these would be great alone for like a cupcake topper or something, But even just having the Oreos themselves, doing like, you know, candy melt covered Oreos, that would also, with the numbers and letters on top, that would make a really, really cute cupcake topper as well. I love using Oreos for cupcake toppers. Sometimes I'll actually do just one of the cookies and not the full sandwich so that it's not too big, but I really want to do that now. I'm just going to make all things with these little balloons and rose gold. I joke, of course, but I think it's cute. Again, kind of making that H shape. Almost done. Again, just enough to adhere, but when you press down, you don't want it to squish out the sides, so you can kind of play around with how much candy melt you need for that. And like I said, I got this particular, what is it called? Happy Birthday balloon mold from Joann's. In their kind of confection section, they have some different molds that are so cute. Are candy melts like chocolate chips? I've never seen them before. Where are they from? Good question. Thank you so much for asking. It's kind of, they're not chocolate. They're not the same as chocolate chips either, because chocolate chips are basically like an untempered chocolate. So they behave similarly, but they're not going to have, like especially candy melts in particular are not going to have that, you know, distinctive shine or snap like tempered chocolate. Like I said, chocolate chips are untempered, but they're still chocolate. So candy melts are kind of like a little cheat to kind of get around tempering chocolate, to have it, you know. So, oh, I didn't realize I had some stuff on here. To be able to cover stuff like this, they'll set, but they're not going to have that distinctive snap. But it's kind of a way to get around using chocolate. So like I wouldn't use candy melts for in place of chocolate chips, like in a cookie recipe, for example. But for doing projects like this where you want to coat something, that's when I use it the most. But that's also why I prefer the, oh my gosh, what's the brand name? I'd use them all the time. Ghirardelli. That's why I use the Ghirardelli melts, because those melting wafers, unlike other candy melts that I've used, actually behave closer to a really nice tempered chocolate than other candy melts. And some candy melts can be super duper sweet, but I feel like, again, these are closer to a like a regular chocolate or white chocolate. So they can be a little bit pricey, but if you can find them for a sale or like a bulk bag, it's really, really good. Oh, you're welcome. I love your videos. You have so many good ideas. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. Okay, I've got 2 more to go, and then we can show the entire set. One more. I'm doing the exclamation for funsies. Which, if you see, I put a little bit too much candy melt, so when I press down, you can kind of see some candy melts pooling. So I'm just going to kind of lightly remove those, and then we don't see them anymore. Just like that. Okay, let me move these around so you guys can see the whole thing. Make sure I didn't miss any questions in the meantime. Looks like we got everything. Okay. Let's arrange this so you can see all of them at once. Okay, And again, any last questions or comments, feel free to pop in the chat while I organize these. Where do you get that colored dust stuff? Ooh, I got that. Here, let me show you both kinds. So I originally got this one from Amazon. It looks so good. Thank you so much. I originally got the metallic gold from them, and if you can see that, it's Kate Naturals, and I found this on Amazon. And then I saw that they had a rose gold version, and I really like how it goes on chocolate like this. So I was very excited to give it a try. Just need a little bit more space for the birthday. Yeah. A little bit more so I can fit that exclamation in there. Yay! Cool, thank you so much. It kind of fits, they're a little bit big. But there it is, those are our happy birthday cookie pops. And like I said, when it sets, it's nice and solid. And the top ones, if you weren't here for that, they're filled with cookie butter, these little balloons. So I always like to, for any kind of candy melt stuff, I always like to try and fill it with some type of flavor, not just have a solid piece of chocolate. So I decided to fill these particular ones with some cookie butter. They're so cute. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. And thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate when you guys hop in the chat and ask questions and just chat with me. It really makes my day. Let me see, make sure I didn't miss any questions. It looks like we're all caught up. So if that's it, if that's all the questions and stuff that you guys have, then that is our live for today. Thank you guys so much for joining today. I really appreciate it. If you do want to catch the replay, of course, I always put them up afterward. And I also have another cupcake tutorial coming out this week for some beautiful spring flower cupcakes. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. And of course, like I mentioned, it is my birthday on Friday, so I will be posting pictures very soon of my cake. I'm actually working on some of that today, so very excited. Maybe I'll post some stuff in my stories for behind the scenes. Make sure one last time. Love your videos. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. Okay, last second. Oh, something popped up. Bye from the UK. Happy birthday for Friday. Thank you so much. And hello in the UK. Hello from California. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you guys again so much for joining. Happy birthday. Thank you guys so much. And I will see you guys very soon, of course, with more videos and the regular shorts videos. This week is, of course, a birthday theme, so keep an eye out for all of those. And I will see you guys very soon for our next live. See you later. Bye.